African or is it German? At the point where you were breaking into Hollywood.
Well, it's both. You know, I'm half African, half German, and now that I lived in the States for so long, I've been shaped by that culture as well. So, but see, that's a sign of the times. The world is getting so much smaller now, because we're living in an age of the internet, where people can, you know, communicate with each other from different ends of the world, like they're standing next to each other. So, information travels at a speed that we couldn't have imagined 50 years ago. So, you know, the world is small. Like, I just jumped on a plane and I came here, you know, and then tomorrow I'm going back. And, so it's a great way to get exposed to different mentalities and cultures in a little amount of time, and to embrace it, and to take it as an asset.
Okay, is this your first time in Nigeria?
No, I've been here many times before.
Where have you been to in Nigeria? Lagos?
No, I've been mostly in Lagos, Abuja one time, but mostly Lagos.
How many times so far?
I think this is my 5th time.
And across, with a span of how many years?
Probably 10.
10 years.
10, 8 years, yeah. I
How
love it
old
here.
were you when you came to Nigeria for the first time?
Let's do the math. I was 32.
And that's like 10 years ago.
It's pretty much 8 years ago. Yeah.
Have you noticed any changes? Is it the same vibe? Is the vibe different? Have you noticed any fundamental changes between?
Well, I mean, the world has changed. Africa changes. You know, Africa as a continent is such a rich place with so many different cultures and mentalities and people, and it's such a melting pot of the whole diaspora, you know, if you will. So I love coming here, because just to see the progress from one time to the next is incredible. And, you know, people's minds have expanded. Again, you know, through the internet and through mobile services, we get closer and closer to each other, which is a great thing as well.
A lot of your contemporaries have made movies with Nigerian stars. Are you planning on being in a Nigerian movie?
I haven't planned on it. I would probably be open to it. I haven't looked into it, but if an opportunity arose, I would definitely take a look at it.
All right, talking about Nigerian stars, which one of them would you like to work with?
I'm not familiar with too many Nigerian stars. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed to admit that I'm a little ignorant in that respect. But again, I'm open to work with you know, anyone. You learn from anyone, and I'll surely be open to take advantage of opportunities that come up here.
All right, fantastic. And what are you working on right now?
Right now, we are finishing season 4 of The Real Husbands of Hollywood. I just finished a movie called Addicted that came out in the States a month ago about sexual addiction, which was great. And what else is going on?
What part did
Baggage
you
Claim
play in the
came out.
movie?
What's that?
What part did you play in the movie?
I play a husband whose wife is challenged by sexual addiction. She goes out and lives a parallel life. And I find out, and then all hell breaks loose. And it's myself and Sharon Leo. And it's an interesting movie that touches on a very, very serious subject.
Did you find it difficult to get into character for that movie, or?
No, I play a husband with kids, so it wasn't that difficult for me. You know,
How many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids.
2 kids.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah.
What are you working on in the future now, once you're done with?
Well, traveling, I try to represent the Sophie's Voice Foundation, which is an organization that Nicole and I founded 9 years ago when my daughter was born. She was born with spina bifida, which is a birth defect that affects a lot of kids, especially in Africa. And it's a birth defect that's 75% preventable. But a lot of women don't know, and they don't know how to protect themselves. Well, the key to preventing spina bifida and birth defects such as spina bifida is folic acid, which is a vitamin B. And when you add it to flour or rice, women ingest it automatically, so they're protected right away. And so I've been traveling through Africa, talking to health ministries, governments, to implement laws that make millers add folic acid to flour and rice. When you do that, within 6 months, the numbers drop by 50%. It's a birth defect that's pretty hard to deal with. You know, it affects leg function, bladder, bowel function. Kids are born with these growths down on their spine, and in a lot of countries, especially in Africa, there's not sufficient education and help and
Information, yeah.
information to remedy the situation. So those kids are pretty much helpless most of the time.
Okay, for those people listening now, when do you need to start taking the folic acid? When pregnant?
As soon as you reach an age of basically all women of what is it called?
Reproductive age.
Exactly. Who
Yeah,
can
puberty.
conceive should be on folic acid.
Okay, and once they
Because it's
conceive, they should
important.
continue.
Yes, exactly. And it's a vitamin B that makes your hair grow, your nails grow. It's very healthy for you, so it's not going to hurt you, but it's going to protect you and your unborn child.
All right, fantastic. We'll find out what he is here for when we return. Stick around.